Is edging without porn also bad for you on NoFap, or bad for you in general? Scandinavian Bob here, hi. I made a video on just exactly why edging to porn is so bad for your dopamine system. But then, of course, I started getting questions like, but what about edging without porn? Well, first, let me say, edging to porn and edging without porn are not even in the same universe when it comes to the negative effects. Listen up here. I seriously believe that several hours of edging sessions to today's super stimulating online porn is the fastest way for you to completely mess up your dopamine system without using some destructive drug in chemical form, of course. It can completely burn your dopamine receptors. Now, edging without porn, on the other hand, is not bad for your dopamine system in a way that it will burn your receptors and it will not desensitize you. However, if you are doing NoFap or a so-called reboot, here's something for you to consider regarding edging without porn. Of course, it depends on what goal you have with your reboot. But most people who are doing a PMO reboot are doing it because they feel that they want a healthier sexuality in some way, shape or form. Maybe they want to overcome a porn addiction or some other kind of compulsive action related to their sexuality. Well, let me tell you, if you are trying to quit porn, for example, you are not making it any easier for you if you edge every now and then, even if it's without the porn. Because if you're edging in its true sense, in other words, bringing yourself right to the edge of climax and then backing off and then closing in on it again and backing off, then do you not think that that will make you obsess even more about climaxing for real later on that night and then also using porn? And on top of that, not only is it going to leave you frustrated, increasing the risk of porn relapses, but guys, listen to this. If you have an addiction, you are already having problems with sexual compulsion and obsession. And believe me when I say, teasing yourself like that is not going to make any of those weaker. And so also, let's say you are not addicted then, and you are only doing NoFap for other kinds of benefits. What about edging without porn then? Well, of course, it's not that big of a deal then. But in my opinion, one of the biggest benefits of NoFap is that we gain mastery over our sexual desires to the point that we can just notice them and let them be without acting on them in some way. Because then it's possible to channel that energy into other things in life. And furthermore, all that discipline you gain from mastering your desires is going to have a direct carryover effect into all areas of your life. But if you then throw edging into that, well, it's like you're not taking full advantage of your NoFap journey. Now, once again, it is your life and your rules. And if you're not struggling with any kind of addiction or compulsion, it's not like edging without porn is bad for you. But in my opinion, it's so pointless, really. Now, if you by edging mean you just touch yourself a bit here and there on different spots of your body for a while, because it feels kind of arousing and good in some way, but you're not bringing yourself to the edge and backing off repeatedly, then man, that's nothing to worry about at all, neither when it comes to your dopamine system, nor potentially slowing down the timeline of your reboot in any way, shape or form. And oh hey guys, speaking of rebooting and different timelines, if you haven't already, I highly recommend that you download my 90-day No PMO advice and tool guide while it's still available for free. Now, this guide is not an online course or anything big like that, but it's an easy to read PDF file, almost like in bullet point form, with 13 bullet points for each week, as it takes 13 weeks to complete a 90-day challenge. It's a fun and very helpful reboot guide where I have taken into account what I have discovered about how it's normal to react during certain phases of your journey, and then implemented specific action steps that are best suited for you to do during those specific phases. You know, from a psychological and neurobiological standpoint. For example, things that are typical to experience in the second week, and some things that are very normal to run into in the third week, and so on. And of course, I give you suggestions on what to do about it as well. So grab that guide right now while it's still available for free. You can see the guide on the screen right here. Just click on that and get it now. And oh hey guys, Take a look at the video you can see on the screen right here if you want to discover how 4 different brain changes start taking place inside your brain if you become addicted to porn. Just take a look right now and you'll see exactly what I mean.